Congratulations. You're a trucking trillionaire, the richest person to ever come out of truck stop. You started with one rig, a 2009 Peterbilt with 400,000 miles on it, a cracked dashboard, and a CB radio that only worked on the left channel. You slept in the cab to save money on motels. You ate gas station food for 3 years straight. You know what a 70-hour week feels like in your spine? But that was then. Right now, you own 47,000 trucks running across 6 continents. Your fleet moves more freight than some country fleets. Amazon calls you. Walmart waits on hold. The Department of Defense has your personal number. You are worth $1 trillion. And it all started with that one broken Peterbilt. The first thing you do is buy the truck stop you used to sleep at. Not because it's a good investment, because you can. The woman behind the counter, Patty, has worked there for 22 years. She used to slide you an extra coffee without charging. You keep her on. You give her a raise. She cries a little. You tell her not to. You almost cry too, but you don't. Your old rig gets detailed and parked in the lobby of your new headquarters. People walk past it every day on the way to their desks. None of them have ever driven one. You need somewhere to live now. The apartment above the laundromat isn't going to work anymore. So you buy a compound, 820 acres outside Nashville. A private gate, a guardhouse, a helicopter pad for garages. The master bedroom is bigger than your first dispatcher's entire office. $300 million. Your accountant logs it the same way you used to log a fuel receipt. The compound doesn't run itself. You hire staff, housekeepers, groundskeepers, private chefs, a property manager, a security team of 14 operators running rotating shifts, a personal assistant who schedules your personal assistant. Within 6 weeks, 71 people work at your house. You used to work alone. Just you, the road, and a thermos of bad coffee. The empire needs leadership now. You have 12 regional CEOs. A logistics AI system that costs $2 billion to build. Real-time GPS across every truck in every time zone. You can see where every single load is on the planet from your phone. But you can't feel the road anymore. That part isn't on the screen. Security tells you that you can't drive anymore. Liability. A man worth $1 trillion behind the wheel of a semi is an insurance nightmare. One accident. One moment. That's all it takes. You understand. You sign the form. You hand over the keys. You don't tell anyone how that felt. Your face is on the cover of Forbes, Bloomberg, and 3 trucking trade magazines in the same month. Drivers recognize you at the travel plazas when your convoy passes through. They take photos through the tinted window of your Escalade. You wait. They can't see you wait. You buy a Gulfstream, then another. You buy a second compound in Montana, a penthouse in Manhattan, a villa outside of Florence. $800 million total. That's less than what your fleet earns in a slow quarter. Your CFO calls these purchases incidental. You remember when incidental meant the subway footlong instead of the 6-inch. And then the lawsuits start. Not 1, not 2, 23 in the first 8 months. A former contractor claims you stole his routing algorithm in 2014. You have never heard of this man. A woman in Ohio says you verbally promised her a regional franchise at a trucking expo in 2017. You have never been to that expo. Your legal team uses the word frivolous so many times it stops sounding like a word. But each one costs 6 figures to fight. Each one puts your name in a headline. Each one means depositions, filings, statements, settlements. You settle 4 of them, not because they're valid, because silence is cheaper than truth at this level. Your legal budget for the year hits $60 million. You have a floor of a law firm that works exclusively on your name. Pages and pages of people who want what you built and are willing to stand in a courtroom to get it. The drivers start to feel different around you. There are 47,000 of them out there right now, moving your freight, fueling your worth. Some of them have been with the company for 15 years. Old school guys, the kind who tape family photos to the dash, the kind who still use paper logbooks out of habit. You used to be one of them. You used to eat at the same tables, complain about the same way stations, laugh about the same DOT inspectors. Now, when you visit a terminal, everyone straightens up. The jokes stop. The real conversations disappear. They look at you the way you used to look at people you didn't know how to talk to. You shake hands. You say the right things. You get back in the Escalade. The terminal goes back to normal the second the gate closes behind you. Your old CB radio is in a glass case in your office. Channel 19, left side only. You put it there yourself. Your interior designer wanted to move it. You told her no. It's the only thing in the building you've never let anyone touch. There's a man named Dale. You drove together for 3 years out of a Tulsa terminal in your 20s. Same routes, same rest stops, Same bad jokes on the CB at 2 in the morning. He was the best man at your first wedding. You haven't spoken in 4 years. Not because anything happened, just because the distance between your lives became too wide to shout across. You have his number. You started the call twice. Both times you hung up before it rang. What would you say? Hey Dale, how's the Kenworth running? Meanwhile, you're calling from a $40 million jet somewhere over the Atlantic. You meet someone. She's direct. Doesn't flinch when you talk. Doesn't mention the money for the first 3 weeks. You haven't felt that in a long time. Then small things start to surface. She knows the name of your head of security before you told her. She mentions the Montana compound in a conversation you don't remember having. She knows which terminal you started in. She looked you up. Everyone does. But now there's a question sitting behind every dinner, every laugh, every quiet moment. Is this real, or is this the $1 trillion talking? Once that question gets in your head, it doesn't leave. You watch everything differently now. You stop calling. She texts twice. Then she stops. 2 weeks later, a tabloid runs a story. Photos of you two at a restaurant. A quote from a source close to the couple. You didn't sell it. She didn't sell it. Someone did. Now her name is in every headline. Her face, her job, where she lives. Strangers are sending her messages. Some are kind, some are not. She had a quiet, private, normal life before you sat across from her at dinner. You didn't mean to take that, but you did. Your PR team sends a statement. Your lawyers file a cease and desist. None of it gives her name back. You send her a message, an apology. She reads it. She doesn't respond. Your mother calls on a Sunday. She sounds exactly the same. Asks if you're eating right. Tells you the neighbor's got a new dog. Normal things. Real things. For 12 minutes, your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. You almost forget what your life has become. Then she mentions your younger brother, Marcus. He didn't ask her to call. He never would. But he's 3 months behind on his truck payments. His own rig. One truck. Trying to do what you did. You didn't know. He never told you. You send him enough to pay off the truck entirely that afternoon. No call. No text. Just a transfer. He doesn't call to say thank you. 3 months later, at a family cookout you had catered and flew everyone to on your jet, Marcus sits at the far end of the table. He talks to everyone. Your cousins. Your aunt. The kids. Anyone but you. When you try to catch his eye, he looks at his plate. He leaves before the food is even cleared. Doesn't say goodbye. Your mom calls again the following week. Different tone. Quiet. She tells you Marcus said something to your cousin. That you ruined the family. That everything changed when the money came. That he can't even look at you anymore without feeling like he failed. She isn't taking sides. She just doesn't know what to do. She has a security detail she never asked for. One son who won't speak to the other. A family that used to fit around a folding table at a cookout and now needs a catering crew and a private jet to be in the same place. You tell her you'll call Marcus. You don't. What would you say? You can't unsend the money. You can't unfly the jet. You can't pull up to his house without 2 armed men getting out of the car first. The gap between your lives isn't something a phone call closes. Tuesday morning, your head of security calls a meeting. Someone on your household staff has been selling information. Nothing dangerous, but consistent. Small things. Schedules. Locations. Habits. Detracted through metadata on a photo that ran in a gossip column last month. The angle matched a window in the north wing. It's Ray, your groundskeeper. Been with the compound since the beginning. Used to leave a coffee outside your office door every morning without being asked. You never told him you noticed. He's escorted off the property on a Thursday morning. Your security team handles it. You watch from the window upstairs. He's carrying a cardboard box. He doesn't look up. The gate opens. A car takes him away. The gate closes. You stand at the window for a while. His replacement starts Monday. That night you take the jet out to Nevada. No reason. Just to move. You land. You sit on the tarmac. You watch the desert go dark. Your pilot asks if you want to go somewhere. You say no. You sit there for 2 hours and then fly home. It costs $80,000 in fuel. Your accountant doesn't even flag it. It's 3 a.m. You're awake. The compound is silent. 71 people work here. You're the only one who lives here. You walk the hallway. The only sound is the security camera at the end of the corridor. Adjusting. Tracking. You stop, it stops. You take a step, it follows. You go outside. The grass is wet, cold under your feet. You walk to the middle of the lawn and you look up. Same sky you used to stare at through the windshield on a dead stretch of I-40 at 3 a.m. Same stars. Same silence. Back then the load was late and the payment was short and the deaf warning light wouldn't stop blinking. You didn't care. You had the road. You had the hum of the engine. You had the white lines disappearing under you one at a time. That was yours. All of it. The stars haven't moved. Everything underneath them has. You go back inside. Past the pool you've used twice. Past the gym you've never touched. Past the glass case with the CB radio inside. You stop in front of it. Channel 19. Left side only. You stand there for a long time. The next morning you make one phone call. Not to a lawyer. Not to a CEO. Not to your PR team. You call your fleet manager and you tell him to pull a truck. A clean one. A Peterbilt. Nothing fancy. Park it at the back of the Tennessee terminal. You get in the Escalade. 2 security vehicles follow. You tell them to stop at the gate. They tell you they can't do that. You tell them again. They stop at the gate. You drive to the terminal alone. The Peterbilt is there. Running. Warm. You climb up. You sit down. You adjust the mirror. For the first time in 4 years, everything is exactly the right size. The seat. The wheel. The view. You sit there in the lot for a long time. You don't go anywhere. You just sit there. Outside, 47,000 trucks are moving across 6 continents. Billions of dollars of freight. Your name on every door. And here it's just you, the idol, and the hum. The same hum always was. The only thing that was ever really yours.